Lawless, a multi-agency sweep through Kern County today rounds up gang members and cracks down on drugs, guns, and violence. Tonight we have new details about the large-scale operation to crack down on gangs. After months of investigating, multiple law enforcement agencies made numerous arrests and ended up with some new leads and some ongoing murder cases.
We begin with Eyewitness News reporter Kristen Powers. She's live at the Bakersfield Police Headquarters where she got a breakdown of this in-depth investigation. Kristen?
Yeah, David Rochelle, that's exactly right. Today's operation was called Blind Mice. It was a big roundup of gang members here in Bakersfield through arrest and search warrants. It took a lot of effort to put this on. Police say more than 300 local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies working together on the raid that targeted the West Side Crips.
It's a multi-agency operation in Bakersfield targeting gang violence.
Those who chose to continue with the violence, I would use every legal means necessary to address those individuals.
Bakersfield Police Chief Lyle Martin saying at a news conference today that this sweep will result in the arrests of more than 35 members and associates of the West Side Crips.
Most of those people should know that we are looking for them because we did go to locations and ask for them specifically.
Charges ranging from murder, drug dealing, robbery, money laundering, and more.
We have pursued this investigation for several months using wiretaps, controlled purchases of illegal drugs, and other techniques to identify perpetrators and to confirm their criminal activities.
The busts happening at spots all across Bakersfield, one resulting in an exchange of gunshots between the suspect and CHP at a home on Beverly near Potomac. The sheriff's office says the early investigation shows no one was hit.
We want peaceful resolutions to each one of these situations.
Chief Martin says the operation will help bring closure to many cases and stopped future violence.
Over 10 planned shootings were interrupted as a result of this.
The joint investigation making it clear that law enforcement and the community are working together to crack down on gang violence.
I spent far too many hours in my 11 months as chief in hospitals trying to console children under the age of 10 and mothers because they have lost someone under the age of 5 to gang violence.
And Chief Martin says from this operation, they did get new lead into the 2 child death cases. That's Case and Guyton and Major Sutton. We now turn things over to Kyle Harvey. He has more on that, as well as how this initiative will impact the community. Kyle.
Well, when trying to understand the impact of today's raids, we asked about why the West Side Crips, just one of many gangs operating in Bakersfield, was targeted today. Chief Lyle Martin had a flashback.
So what a better place to start when where the chief's standing in the middle of the night making a statement to this community.
These types of acts of violence and cowardice will not be tolerated.
That statement in the middle of the night came after a drive-by shooting in February on California Avenue that killed 5-year-old Case and Guyton. No specific West Side Crip is suspected, but it happened in their territory. It turned out to be just the first of 2 shootings that killed young children this year. 3-year-old Major Sutton was killed in November.
Those 2 are very significant, so may have given me a little more motivation.
Neither of those cases is closed, but an arrest that was made today may close a different murder.
There was a homicide at the Martini's bar where that one of the arrests that we made today was a result of this investigation.
Chief Martin said today he practices the discipline of optimism and has high hopes that today's arrests will make residents feel safer during the holiday season.
Go in their yards and their kids can ride their new bicycles. I mean, the timing of this is, it's not random.
If I were a criminal, if I were committing these crimes, I would really be, second guessing it at this point.
Wesley Davis, who leads a nonprofit that mentors young boys, believe the tide may be turning. And for young gang members that do second-guess their lifestyle, there's help.
We're here to fill in that gap.
Likewise, Chief Martin seems eager to accept gang members who defect.
Again, we're very specific with gang members and former gang members that we're here for you if you need us. However, if you choose not to, we're going to put every effort towards investigating, arresting, and prosecuting you. It's non-negotiable.
Again, Chief Martin was optimistic that today's raid on the Westside Crips will lead to information that could solve many crimes, including perhaps that of the murder of Kason Guyton and Major Sutton. Live in studio, Kyle Harvey, Eyewitness News.
All right, Kyle, and after the execution of today's operation, law enforcement officials say they are committed to preventing gang violence in the future. Eyewitness News reporter Hannah Baton tells us how they plan to fight crime moving forward. Hannah?
Well, Dave, today the department is urging anyone to come forward to report gang violence, but it's also enlisting the help of a new technology that's credited with saving lives in other parts of the state. Yesterday, we reported on the grant BPD received to bring ShotSpotter technology to Bakersfield. That's technology that uses sensors that detect gunshots and can instantly identify the location of a shooter. A U.S. Department of Justice Bureau is providing BPD with a $500,000 grant to implement the technology. The BPD says the program would likely be used in parts of East Bakersfield, an area that sees the most shootings in the city.
ShotSpotter uses advanced sensors placed throughout an urban neighborhood to detect gunshots and provide law enforcement with precise locations of shootings. This allows for more effective investigations and greater opportunities for identifying those responsible for gunfire and their weapons.
The department still has not said yet when the ShotSpotter technology will be implemented, but this is the same technology that alerted Fresno police to a shooting rampage in the downtown area back in April. The police chief there says if it weren't for the system, more people may have been killed. For now, reporting live in studio, Hannah Baton, Eyewitness News.